Hey everybody, we are back for another one of our Lion Paws chats here on Lion Fight, all of our social media channels. Thank you for tuning in. An opportunity today to talk to a couple of our well-known fighters from the East Coast of the United States. Joe Stripling over in Delaware and Ricardo Mixco just outside Baltimore, Maryland. Guys, let's maybe start with Ricardo on our first question. Obviously, you know, part of the reason we're having these chats is because there's just no fights going on right now, and we want to keep everybody engaged, see what everybody's up to. So tell us what you're up to, especially when it comes to trying to stay close to fight-ready shape and keeping mentally sane as well.
So, you know, I started off running a lot. I got a treadmill in here, so I was just running every day. I had running with a sauna suit, you know, just to sweat as much as I can. Because if you just sit around, then you're just gonna gain that weight, and next thing you know, you're super heavy. So I just been running every day. I have a bag set up in my apartment here, so I've been hitting the bag, doing bag work. And sometimes I'll meet up with a friend and we'll do like pad work outside somewhere. You know, we'll do like pad work, or we'll hold the round pad. So we're just working, really, just working, and just trying not to eat as much, trying to keep that to a minimum, which is hard.
And probably, I mean this in a very humorous way, but maybe Joe Stripling a little bit of the opposite. Are you? You're not really watching your diet, during this.
So at first I wasn't, but then I realized that I was like putting on weight. So I actually cut back on Doritos. I cut back on pizza. I eat a lot of home cooked meals, which is good. But not working, like any of my, the gym's closed, my restaurant's closed, my construction job's shut down right now. So I'm honestly just hanging out with my kid and enjoying family time, because when I work 85, 90 hours a week, and I don't see him that often. Take him to school, pick him up, take him to bed. That's pretty much it. So hanging out with him and just kind of doing house stuff right now. I send out videos to all my students in front of the gym and stuff. So if you want to can share me shadow boxing as a workout, then I'll do that. But truthfully, I'm just sitting there hanging out, having a sip, having a good time.
So, Joe, you normally, obviously, as a heavyweight, max is 265. Can you give us an idea of what your walking around weight is right now?
Oh, I'm like 275. I'm not that bad.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I was like, at first, I was like, oh, man, I'll be like 300 pounds. I started freaking out. But I wasn't. I just, honestly, though, not training has really been a burden. Not like, mentally, I've like, there's some issues going on. If I don't train, I feel depressed a lot. Okay. So with my family, it actually helps out a lot, having family time and stuff like that. It's keeping me sane, I should say. I need martial arts to keep me going in this world. I know probably Rico's probably the same way. You need martial arts or something to keep you motivated, and not having anything to look forward to the next day other than just waking up is been real tough. So family time's been really helping me out with that a lot. But and also, like, my students reach out to me every day and we talk, and I do the same thing to them, and hearing their stories and stuff like that, it's keeping me going. So I appreciate it. And doing this is awesome too, you know what I mean? Getting to talk to people.
Ricardo, on that note, are you kind of missing that camaraderie with teammates and in the gym and stuff? And what are you doing to kind of get some of that back?
Yeah, so like it definitely sucks just sitting at home, like, around the time when I'm supposed to be training. Like at first too, it took some time to, to get used to. I'm sitting there like just looking around, like, all right, what am I doing? Like, I can't just sit at home, you know what I mean? Because I'm so used to working out, working out in the morning and then, working out at night. And I was so used to that routine that now, like, it all changed. And then it just became like I don't have my outlet anymore, So, I like I said, I have a heavy bag set up in here. So I just get on the bag as much as I can. I get on the treadmill. If it's raining out, I just run, and that helps me a little bit. Like, but it's not the same. Like, I feel like I need to get back into the gym, and it's just like, it sucks. Cause like I made a post on Instagram the other day saying, like, you don't know what you have until it's gone. Once it's gone, you're like, dang, like you took it for granted. So that's how I feel about the gym right now, and I'm just trying to make the best of it though, it's really all you can do.
Guys, I wanted to ask you both the perspective of being a Lion Fight competitor, Lion Fight signed fighter. Maybe Joe, start with you, particularly in your case, because the heavyweight division has never really been a focus of a Lion fight before, but you've really started as one of the guys to put it on the map and have two tremendous fights inside the Lion fight ring. Can you just talk about getting that opportunity to be fighting under the Lion fight banner as a Muay Thai competitor in the U.S.?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I only fought MMA because there was no Muay Thai. Kind of like Chip Mraz Pollard, same thing. Like, there was no big guy Muay Thai. Like, when I first started doing Muay Thai, there was zero. So I was just literally doing Muay Thai training and fighting MMA fights. I have good jiu-jitsu, but it gets boring getting taken down all the time. I'm not trying to be rude to anybody, but I love Muay Thai. It's like my passion. So getting an opportunity to fight, first of all, for the best promotion in America, and then on TV to showcase our skills, man, I was like, I made it. You know what I mean? Like, I've done some cool things locally, but being on TV for a Lion fight has been everything.
Ricardo, same kind of thing for you. What is the opportunity meant to you? You've had, I believe, 3 opportunities to fight the Lion fight, been very successful. And just talk about what that chance, that moment to be a Lion fight fighter means to you.
It means the world, you know, because like he was saying, you get to showcase your skills on TV, you know, and not a lot of promotions out here have, you know, televised events. So it gives Muay Thai and us a lot of exposure. So, you know, it's a great feeling, you know, and just going out there and just, you know, just seeing the lights, you know, fighting at casinos and that kind of thing. It's just like it's a different experience that I feel like a regular person wouldn't understand because unless they do it. And it just means the world, you know.
Ricardo, what are you binge watching, or what favorite TV show or movie have you gone back and watched in this lengthy hiatus?
To be honest, I haven't really been watching a lot of movies or anything. I've just been playing Call of Duty, you know. That's really all I've been doing, you know, other than, you know, just working and just doing other things. I've been just on a game, you know, and it's addictive. And then every once in a while, you know, I'll put a movie on, but I haven't really been stuck on anything yet. I just on a game. Because really, I don't really have that much time, you know, on a regular basis, you know, like to sit there and play the game. Now I have like so much time that, hey, why not, you know?
Joe, same thing for you. Video game, TV show, movie, are you binge watching? Have you gone back and seen a favorite?
I don't really play video games. I've never been a video game person. But I do like some stupid reality TV stuff like MTV's The Challenge. I never watched comic book movies before. So we did the whole Marvel universe.
Oh, yeah.
But we did it in sequential order, like the right way. Like, so everything led up to the end game. So that was cool to do that because I've never done that before. Honestly, I don't even watch TV that often. At nighttime, we've been watching like The Last Dance with basketball. I don't even like basketball. I like hockey. There's nothing about hockey on TV right now. It's like super hard for me and my buddy we're staying with. He's a hockey dude, so we pull up YouTube videos of like hockey fights and like the best defensive men just to like watch that stuff. And also I've been watching a ton of fights on Muay Thai, like golden era fights, to like see what the future can be from the past. Okay. So golden era fights were different. I mean, they were going 5 rounds. The bell rung, you fight from round 1, 2, all the way to 5. Now, everybody's waiting 2 rounds, 3 rounds before they start to fight. So, I like watching that stuff too.
What is, do both of you guys, Joe, we'll start with you. Do you have a favorite city or venue that you have fought in? And on the same note, do you have a dream city or venue that you'd like to fight in?
So, I never got to fight in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So I would love to fight there. I mean, it's close enough to my house to where it's like 30-minute drive. I could have a great time there. But also, I've never fought in Vegas. I know Vegas is like the fight capital of the world, and everybody says that, but it'd be a big deal. Maybe my favorite place to fight though was probably Foxwoods. Okay. Even though the commission was a little ridiculous. Yeah. In Foxwoods, like a little on it. Like they made me take out my Thai oil that was brand new in the bottle. I couldn't use it. And then my opponent's dumping it on his arms. And I'm like, yo, what? Oh, we didn't see that. And I'm like, it was a very nice venue, and we were taken care of by the Line Fight staff and the crew, and it was a great time. Like, my friends drove 7 hours to come up and watch the fight in a van that we rented out so they could come up. Like, it was just a good time, you know. So I would love to do it there again. And maybe, who knows, if somebody wants to step up in Foxwoods, we can make it happen.
I think we probably have an idea of where we're going with that, but we'll stick with the question for now. We'll move over to Ricardo. You have had an opportunity to fight in Vegas. Has that been your favorite spot? And do you have a dream spot that you'd like to fight in?
Yeah, so Vegas was awesome, man. Like that, like he was saying, fight capital of the world. You know, like one of the best places I fought in. You know, just dealing with the whole experience and everything. You know, just flying out there and just hotel and the whole thing, you know, being in Vegas. But I would actually like to fight at Madison Square Garden, because I did fight there as an amateur, like a few years back. But it wasn't like I want to be able to fight there as a pro. You know, that's like a venue that I would like to really fight in is in New York at MSG. So maybe you guys can set that up soon.
Well, hey, yeah, I would love to. That'd be actually in both. Philadelphia, I know would be great too, because that's just like got such a good fight attitude and atmosphere. The whole city. That'd be nice to do both. Joe, let's talk about your last fight against Hopovac. It was crazy, and you just have a habit of being in crazy fights. So I mean, it should be no surprise. But, I mean, he was all over you in round one. And I think, legitimately, that a lot of people thought you might be done. But you came back in round two and put him away. Just run us through that part.
It's funny because my trainer goes, hey, let's not take any damage this fight like you did in the Cody fight. I'm like, all right, cool. So I have my hands up. I'm a notorious slow starter. Even in MMA, I would lose the first round all the time or whatever. So I'm slow starter, and he came out and he told me, I wasn't trying to aim for your head. I was trying to chop your legs out because you know you could take punishment to the head. So, I mean, I honestly, just getting leg kicked, they hurt, but your adrenaline's going so much, man. You just keep going. My trainer was worried we're going in the second round. He was like, is your leg okay? Is it okay? I told him we were fine. And then I know that he was starting to get a little tired when I teeped him in the stomach in the end of the first round, and I started doing body shots on him. And then second round, every time I heard him in his belly, he started getting real tired. His hands were starting to drop. So I just wearing him down, trying to wear his arms down. And then finally, I caught him with a couple liver shots and a switch knee to the head, and there it goes. We had a good night afterwards, though. We went out afterwards, and we drank probably about 2 bottles of Patron, just me and him.
And I mean, obviously, you had the fight before that, which was an epic battle against Cody East. But maybe just stick with that for a moment and talk about where you think you can be a central part of the heavyweight division of Lion Fight in Muay Thai, because the heavyweight division is not known. It's not known to be that deep. It's not known to be that prevalent anywhere, really. But you have, I think, a unique opportunity here to be part of something and really special.
Yeah, I'm just excited to have heavyweights be able to get showcased on television for Muay Thai, not just MMA and not just like boxing. I think Muay Thai is the greatest sport in the world. We can use all 8 limbs, and you got a good clinch. I'm excited to fight whoever wants to fight. I'm good to go. I do know that there's other heavyweights out there that will start stepping up after this is over because they want to just get fights. So if they want to come, I'm ready. I mean, big city's hanging out, chilling.
Just so everybody knows, he has been the artist previously known as Bazooka, and now because of his habit of rubbing his belly and being a pretty ginormous dude, he now goes by Big City Joe Stripling. So we'll make that appropriate change on your intros.
I just like having fun, man. And if I can entertain the crowd and they like it, then we're good to go. Like, seeing a fat guy beat up a muscular dude is like everyone's fantasy as a dude. Like, I just beat that dude up. Wow, what's up? And I'm a fat guy. I'm going to go drink a beer when I'm done. That's the point. You know what I mean? Like, Tank Abbott, ultimate guy. He just was the fat guy just knocking everybody out. Riding his Harley out of the club when he's done, you know? I'm that guy. So let's hang out.
Now, I don't know if Ricardo Mixco has a Harley, but he is an exciting fighter too. So Ricardo, over to you now. You had a fantastic fight against Evan Jace. You put him away when I think everybody thought that all this British prospect is going to come over and beat this American, and he totally underestimated you. Finished him off in the round one. You beat Anthony Castrejón in his hometown in the second round with a ferocious knockout. Had an opportunity to beat Victor Saravia for the Featherweight North American Championship. Came up a little short in that fight. How do you view your next outing when all this is over? How do you approach sort of a bit of a comeback mode now?
So just, I've been in the gym, prior to this whole thing, just been training, man. And I'm always hungry when it comes to fighting. I always had the hunger in me. So once I sign that contract and we have a set date, it's like it's go. It's go for me. So it's just like nonstop training, getting ready, and hungry for a win, man. I need to get back in that win column, and because that's what I'm used to. As a competitor, you always want to win. So I need to get back in there and get another fight, man, and try to get another finish and get that going again.
So, I obviously and your team knows, but for the fans, you were scheduled to be part of Line Fight 63 in Texas, which would have been probably in about a week's time.
Right.
That's when it was originally scheduled for. Obviously, that show's been postponed. But maybe, similar to Joe in some ways, where he's obviously got, the heavyweight division to look at. There aren't a tremendous amount of fighters in that 125, 130 range from the United States. But does the opportunity lead you to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to be ready to take on an American, a Mexican, a guy from Europe, a guy from Australia, wherever they may come from, I've got to be ready.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. You guys had me fight a guy from London for my pro debut. So that doesn't matter. Like I was saying before, my amateur career got me ready for my pro career. I fought a lot of guys as an amateur when I went to Spain for a world championship and fought guys from all over the world there. So it's nothing new, it's just another guy standing across the ring that made weight and is ready to go out there to fight me. And I look at him the same way. I look at him like, you're in my way. I need to get you out of my way. I'm gonna, you either in my way or you're gonna get run over if you don't get out of my way. So that's the way I see it. Any guy, man, as far as like you were saying, Mexican, African, anywhere really, it doesn't matter.
And I know, Joe, you have I guess maybe we could say you have a particular fight in mind for something that you're looking at down the road, and there's got to be some calls made and some conversations and stuff like that. But how excited would you be for an opportunity to fight Steve Walker? Let's just put it out there and say, okay, Steve Walker is the world super cruiserweight champion of Lion Fight. He's the North American super cruiserweight champion from Lion Fight. But there's been this, maybe interest for him to move up to heavyweight. You're obviously a heavyweight. How enticing is a prospect of a fight against Steve Walker? Well,
Steve is a monster. Like, you watch him fight. Like, I love watching him fight. He's very entertaining, and he knows how to move very well. He's got, for being how tall he is and how long he is, he moves very well. He's very athletic. But don't judge a book by its cover. Let's just put it that way. I'm ready to fight whoever. Steve's a good dude. I would love to fight Steve. Just win, lose, or draw. I'm down. I'm down to fight Steve. I think it'd be a good fight for America to be like, wow, look at this. Plus, I want to get another title. The last title I got, I knocked a dude off a cartwheel kick. Now it's banned in America in all Muay Thai, which is ridiculous because I threw it the right way. But I will maybe get another opportunity to throw another one. Who knows?
And that was a special moment. That puts you on the map. That got, I think, everybody at Lion Fight excited about going after you and getting you signed to a contract. So, what if you can't do that move again? Have you thought about in your head some other absolute craziness that you could throw out there and kind of mesmerize people with your unbelievable moves.
Well, my good looks and my charm are usually number one. But
well, that is true. There is that.
But I did karate, tempo karate for a very, very, very long time. So I can spin at will. So maybe a tornado kick, maybe a 540 Superman punch. Who knows? Who knows? I'll leave it up to Rico to choose next time, and I'll throw it for him.
There you go.
And you know what? I mean, we're going to go really crazy now. I mean, you have professional wrestling experience.
I do.
So, I mean, what about the Joe and Rico tag team? And
That'd be sick.
We just kind of get really crazy and do like big guy, little guy tag teams, and we get, just real goofy, and we go to like some island and fight, or something like that, so we don't have to worry about commissions. Get real weird.
Let's do it.
I'm in. I love professional wrestling. I think it's awesome. And Rico would be awesome tag team partner because he don't take no crap from nobody.
No.
And I do. So he would always get in the other person's face for me. And I would throw him off the top ropes on like a frog splash, and I would pick him up and throw him. I'm already thinking about it. Look, now I'm thinking about it. I'm ready to go.
Let's do it, man. I'm all for it.
Now, the bigger thing, too, is Joe, you're a hockey guy. I'm a hockey guy. Can we get Rico on skates?
Are you talking about four wheels or just blades? Are you talking about ice skates?
What about it, Ricardo? Can we get you on some ice and have you twirl around out there?
Yeah, man. Look, man. I feel like I'm pretty good at every sport. So I've always been pretty athletic growing up. So let's do it, man. Throw me in there. Let's do it, man. As long as I get a good paycheck out of it, I'm
All right. So, Ricardo, let's talk about something that fighters often spend a lot of time thinking about, and that is their walkout to the ring. So you have an opportunity to have, you always get to pick your own song and walk out to, but you have your choice here. You could have somebody do your walkout song live, like be right there in the arena and do the walkout song. Or you could have somebody famous be part of your walkout entourage to the ring. So who would it be to either sing you out live or to be in your entourage on the way to the ring?
Man, so I've been a fan of Mike Tyson for the longest time. For like ever since I was a kid, I used to watch Mike Tyson fights, and I feel like that's what kind of got me motivated to want to fight, and I try to emulate his style too, get knockouts and just putting pressure on guys and just getting them out of there. So having him as part of my crew, walking out to a fight, man, I feel like that sends a message right there. Like I don't even have to do anything else. Just having Mike Tyson in my corner says it all.
Joe, same thing.
I don't know, man. I never really thought about that. I usually have, I don't know. I used to walk out and dance and all this stuff and do all the crazy stuff. But now it's just kind of like just part of me just to walk out normally. I do love Limp Bizkit. Don't tell anybody I said that. It's my favorite band. Don't tell anybody I said that either. Maybe I would have them perform live, or I would walk out with like The Big Show, and we just come out to his walkout song. For professional wrestling, and I would just be right next to him like his little brother.
That would be actually pretty cool. Either one of those. I mean, Limp Bizkit's not a bad choice. I mean, you could do the Undertaker's walkout theme music that they did for him. But
true.
Walking alongside Big Show wouldn't be too bad either.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little smaller than me, but it's not a big deal.
And he's got his own show now too, so maybe he could teach you a few things about acting.
It's not good. I watched it. It's not good. I love that guy, but it's not good.
Rico, let's kind of wrap things up with you to start with. I mean, obviously everybody's in a holding pattern as to what comes next, but can we maybe see something different? Now that you've got this time to kind of work on some things and train at different atmospheres and all that kind of stuff. What can we see from Ricardo Mixco when he's back, hopefully in the very near future?
As far as like my fighting style, or
Yeah. Let's talk. Yeah, specifically about your fighting style. If you have it in the back of your mind, you maybe want to try something different, maybe something you've worked on to improve upon during this break. But just when you come back, what kind of fighter are we going to see from Ricardo Mixco?
just basically, man, I've watched the fight, my last fight with Victor, a lot of times, and just basically closing up all them holes that I had in that fight. Basically working on all my weaknesses and turning them into strengths. That's really the. I won't go into details when it comes to that, but it'll be a lot more strengths and less weaknesses than you saw in that fight.
And an opportunity I think you would hope for down the road, whether it's a rematch against Victor or whoever may be holding the title at featherweight or super featherweight sometime in your next couple of bouts, anyways.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that would definitely in my radar. I would like to get a rematch with him. And then next time, like now I know that I can take his best shots, and just don't hold it. Don't hold. I feel like I held myself back a lot. So just letting myself go, man, and just doing what I'm used to,
And Joe, we know when you come back, whether it's against a Steve Walker or who knows who it might be, but we know that, like you said, you have that tendency to come out slow, but you're there. And I mean, it's like almost like it's like, I'll weather this storm and then I'm going to come back and just rain down on you. Do we expect any changes when you come back, or you just build upon that?
I mean, truthfully, I've been trying to change that for 12 years. Like, even since when I was fighting MMA back in the day, I'm just a slow starter. I like to kind of see and read my opponent, see what's going on. I don't think that's the best option for everybody. Thankfully, I have concrete in my head, and I don't seem to get hurt too much. Knock on wood. But yeah. I'm just excited to get back, man. Like, the gym's been closed. My students. I really honestly just want to get back to teaching, because when I teach basics or anything, it gets my mind ready to fight, and I know it'll start giving me motivation to start to train again. It's just tougher now. I don't have a bag like Rico, and I'm not motivated to go run, man. So I wish I was, but just kind of family times keep me grounded. So I know that I have to keep the family time going when this is all over with as well, because it's really helped me out a lot as well.
Guys, thank you so much for doing this. Heavyweight Joe Stripling, featherweight Ricardo Mixco, both Lion Fight contracted fighters, and we're looking forward to seeing both of you guys back as soon as possible, because you really are two of the most exciting fighters on the roster.
Thank you for having us. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for having us on there. And whatever fight happens, I can't wait to watch Rico fight. Whatever fight happens for me, I'm excited as well. Thank you for the opportunity, guys, and guys, stay safe and stay healthy.
Joey, I'm kind of rooting for Joey Two Chins. I really like that. I'm telling you, right? And they'd be like, why two chins? It's like, first one is light heavyweight, second one is heavyweight.
Oh man!
If you watch the last fight with Mirza, I don't have two chins.
Oh, see, okay.
It's when I'm not training. Like, I just, like, my face gets bloated. I'm drinking a lot of water and eating food. But when I start training, the first thing that falls down is my face. Everything else stays fat. So
this is the first time I've seen this cartwheel kick.
Oh, you've never seen that before?
What the fuck?
Yeah, so he's like he was 28 and 4 or something like that, with all knockouts, and he was swinging for the fences. So we set up leg kicks the whole time, trying to chop his legs out. And I saw an opening. I was like, "There's no way I'm going to do this." So I just went for it, and it landed like perfectly. It was crazy.
Now, I know it's like you said, a lot of people said that was an illegal kick, but there were actually a few people, I think even some commission guys, who said there was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, so I actually had a meeting with the commission, and Dave Sawyer from WKA, he's like the world president. Because I'm throwing the kick before my arm touches the floor, it's legal. But if I put my hand down and then throw the kick, it's illegal.
Okay.
So if I put my hand down, I'm considered a grounded opponent.
Yep.
But if I throw the kick, it's already coming off the floor. As I put my hand down, I'm not like, you can see my legs already off the floor at this freeze frame. It's already getting thrown before my hand touches the floor. That's why it was legal. So Saenchai does it as well in Thailand, but they actually banned it in the stadiums because he was landing it on people, and they were like always like saying, "Oh, it's illegal," when he was doing the same way. I learned this kick from him watching him on YouTube. So I watch him do it over and over and over. Why not try it? You know.
Ricardo, can you add that to your arsenal?
Yeah, man. I mean, my coach is a firm believer in sticking to the basics and sticking to fundamentals. But you know, I would be all for it, man. Like, you know, sometimes you just got to throw some, you know, some stuff out there that people don't expect. So yeah, I mean, why not?
And truthfully,
You might
Rico,
see me pull that off next time, man. Trying to be like
yo, that'd be fire. But my coaches were flipping out. Don't throw no stupid shit. Go win this title. Just go basics. Go right in there, Mark. But, dude, I was like, man, there's 10 seconds left. Let's try it.
I actually threw in one of my fights. I threw a flying knee when a guy was going against the ropes, and I went for a flying knee and it landed like right in the sternum. And afterwards, my coach was like, "What the hell was that for, man? All that shit out the window." And I'm like, "But it landed." He's like, "No, we stick.
Don't do it again."
Yeah. So you know,
all the time, man.
Ricardo, is that Lloyd who said that?
No, Jamal.
Oh, Jamal. Okay.
Yeah, Jamal's like, you know, he likes to, you know, basically if I'm working on, you know, throwing my hands and throwing my kicks, it's like, why the hell would you throw some shit that you haven't even practiced? You know what I mean? Like that. You know, and so, I mean, it makes sense, you know, that's why I try to, you know, I listen to what he says, but, you know, sometimes you just got to, you know, explore and try different things.
I have thrown that cartwheel kick in 2 MMA fights that they both landed, and I throw it on the bag in sparring all the time.
Yeah, so see, you drill it.
I mean, I don't drill it on pads because I'll kill somebody.
Yeah.
Like, well, my pad holder's 113 pounds.
Yeah.
But he's a little Mexican Thai kid. Man. But I'll kill him. But on the bag, I can smash it all day long. So I throw it constantly.
Would you throw it against Walker?
If it was legal, I mean, and there's an opening, I know that Foxwood said it was illegal last time we asked when I was there.